Hey there, I'm Joe Carter. If you've ever popped the hood and thought, where do I even start? You're in good company. Around here, we take the mystery out of car repair, one fix at a time. Whether you're a beginner or just looking to sharpen your skills, there's something here for you. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if you're into learning without the headaches. All right, that's enough from me. Let's get into it.
In the conditions of a contactless car wash, the use of generators of detergent mixture fully justifies its high initial cost. The purchase of such expensive equipment for household use can afford few people. Whereas to construct a foam generator with their own hands can everyone. This requires straight hands, improvised materials, and a little ingenuity. The design of the foam generator. As you can guess from the name of this device, its main purpose is to bring a fluid chemical composition to a foamy consistency. The latter, thanks to its porous structure, is better retained on the surface, cleaning the car from stubborn dirt deposits. The foam generator device includes the following elements: a reservoir for storing concentrated car shampoo, foam tablet. It is this part that is responsible for the consistency of the output substance, nozzle that atomizes the prepared composition, a torch atomization regulator which is responsible for the area covered by the jet. Foaming agent can be of two types: a receiver with a filler neck, a connector for compressed air supply, and a gun that atomizes the solution. The set is equipped with a pressure gauge, as well as a jet power regulator, foam bag. This device is a separate nozzle for high-pressure washers. If you decide to make a foam generator with your own hands from improvised means, then the first option is more preferable. Technologically, such a project is much easier to realize. Principle of action. To repeat the device of the foam generator at home, you need to clearly understand how we will get a ready mixture for car wash at the output. Compressed air is supplied to the concentrated shampoo tank, which triggers the initial foaming process. The oxygen-enriched mixture passes through the foam tablet. This is where the formation of the persistent composition used to clean the car takes place. The regulator, which is arranged with the use of parallel plates, allows not only to dose the power of supply, but also makes the torch flat. This method allows you to cover the maximum area of the car body. For construction you can use container with a volume of more than 5 liters. The best fit cylinders from Freon, propane, or other containers of a similar type. It is possible to use thick-walled plastic sprayers for the vegetable garden, compressor for pressurizing the receiver. The minimum value is about 6 atm, hose with a minimum cross-section of 20 mm. As a foam tablet can be used foam sponge, fishing line, or thin wire. An aerator can be used. The foam filler stop can be made of coarse honeycomb mesh, adapter, as well as connecting elements, which can be purchased at any plumbing store, fume lent for sealing threaded joints, gun for supplying the finished solution to the car body. The handle with a nozzle can be purchased in places of goods for garden and vegetable garden. It is desirable to install a pressure gauge. Tools to construct a foam generator for washing, as well as to repair or service a car, is impossible without certain tools. For work you will need a boulder, tape measure, caliper, wrenches, pliers, knife. In working with a metal container, you may need a welding machine. In any case, much will depend on the configuration of the device you choose. The process of building it should be understood that a homemade foam generator is always a space for your own imagination and ingenuity. The instructions below are only recommendations, and a possible way of how a unit of this type can be arranged. Let's consider the process step by step. Fill one end of the prepared hose with a foam sponge, crumpled thin wire or fishing line, minimum length 50 to 70 centimeters. Foam density will depend on the amount of filling material. To prevent the material from getting into the nozzle, we put a limiter made of mesh. Attach the constructed gun. One adapter for air supply is inserted into the container. The receiver should be arranged in such a way that the air is supplied from the bottom. To do this, it is sufficient to run a tube from the connector to the very bottom of the tank. Using an adjustable adapter allows you to control the power of the supplied jet. Another inlet will be used for the output of the finished mixture. By the way, The foam tablet can be placed in this place. The air supply hose is connected to the compressor, threaded connections to the body, and hoses are sealed with foam lenter. Provide openings for filling the receiver with concentrate, which will be hermetically sealed during the operation of the blowing agent. A pressure gauge can be installed to monitor the pressure in the system. The pressure gauge can be installed either in the receiver body or mounted with a mixing adapter. The device is ready for car washing. Making foamers of this type is much cheaper than buying a ready-made product. If you do not have an air compressor, you can use car washers to pressurize. The only disadvantage is that the consumption of concentrate increases. Foam tablet. In conclusion, building your own foam generator can be a rewarding and cost-effective project. By following the steps outlined in this video, you can create a functional device that meets your specific needs, whether for cleaning, insulation, or creative applications. Remember to prioritize safety and take your time during the construction process to ensure the best results. With a little patience and creativity, you can enjoy the benefits of your homemade foam generator for years to come. Thank you for watching, and happy building!